Hey guys, today I'm going to do a knife lanyard tutorial or walkthrough on how I do knife lanyards. You can do different types and stuff like that, but today I'm going to show you how to do a square knot knife lanyard. And these are the things you're going to need. You need a tape measure, and you're going to need some 550 cord or whatever cord you want to use. Some scissors, bead of some sort, whatever you want to put on, a lighter, and that's pretty much all you need. So let's get started here. First off, go ahead and get the color paracord that you want to use. Today I'm going to use large ACU and black. And I'm going to use the ACU as the loop in and the black weaved in. And I've already got these pre-cut and melted at the ends, but basically the measurements I use for the loop end, the ACU, would be 34 inches, just 34 inches, and then cut it and take out the inner cord, because a lot of knives have a small lanyard hole, and it's a lot easier to put gutted paracord through it. And the weave in section is going to be 25 inches. So let's get started here. And I've already got it melted on the end so that when you get to the end it's easier to tighten it up and stuff. So basically you can make the loop on the end any size you want. I'm just going to show you the size that I usually always do it at. So you get the two, let me move these out of the way, the two ends of paracord, and match them up, and then I just take my two fingers, just to keep the paracord straight and uniform, just run it right along there until we get to the end there. And once we get there, I just bring it up and match it with this. And once I get to this stage right here, reach under and grab the ACU, which is going to be our loop, and just finish pulling it through until we match them up like that in our hands. And then I just bring it down and straighten it out. Now I'll see if I can get this part on film, but just this loop, hold it right here and come around and just kind of work it to where it's kind of like that, and then grab it and come down to where you're kind of holding it just like that. And try to keep this as straight as you can. You know, don't twist it or anything like that, because when you get done it'll come out twisted. So then I pinch the black right there in between the ACU, so that I've got a little pinch on it right there, and then just fan these out over here. So now you see we've got it pinched. Alright, and we're not at the measurement we want the loop at right now, but that's fine. We're going to get to that in the next step. But we want to go ahead and start the knot. So to start the knot, I usually start with this one right here. We'll just call this side 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I start with 1, I just bring it over and leave a loop right here, and then put it on the right side, and then 2 we'll bring over, which will be on the left side, but the right side if you were like this, and then bring 3 over, and 4 is going to go right through that first loop that we made. Then we want to kind of tuck them and push them in until we start to get our knot. Just work them in. And now we kind of got that right there right now. So then just, pulling with their pinky finger, pull and push, we're going to tighten that knot up. Just work your way around the knot and tighten it up. Alright, that's good. Alright, now we've got the tight knot up there. So let's measure how long we want our loop that's going to go through the knife, and it's going to, have a little extra, or you can make the loop any size you want. I usually make it around 4 inches, so I usually just take my tape measure and I push it up in there, and right now we're a little over 4.5. So what I do is I pinch it up here and just bring my fingers down. They were up here, just slide them down just a little bit, and then we're just going to retighten it down using the ACU first, because that's what's going to bring our loop a little bit smaller, and then just retighten the black a little bit. Then measure to see where we are. Alright, we're at 4.5, so we want to keep coming down with it till we get to where we want to be. Alright, we're pretty close right there. That's good enough. But you can make this loop as small or as big as you want it. If you want to make it bigger for fixed blades or something like that. Alright, now that we got that, we got our loop where we want it and everything. So all we're going to do is, we started with 1, which was at the top of the knot, which you can start with it if you want to, that's fine. But I'll usually go up here to 3, and we're just going to do that crisscross motion. Start it out, leave the loop, and then just go backwards this way. And push the knot down. Push it together a little. Then we're going to tighten it up a little, and keep your fingers right there this whole time, so that the knot doesn't come apart or you lose the size of your loop or anything like that. So once we tighten it up a little bit, we get it to this part, just flatten it out a little, and you take your fingers off. And this stage, what I usually do is put my thumb on top and my fingers, and just push it down into my fingers, to where I get this grip right here. So I'm gripping it with my index and pushing down with my thumb. And once we get to that stage, then you push down with your thumb and you can really get a really good tight weave on it. Just pull all four, pull them all tight until you get a good little perfect square right there. And we're just going to build that square up, and we're going to keep pressure right here and keep the thumb down and have the same movements all the way up to keep them uniform. You do a few more. Start with the, now the ACU is the one, or we can make it where the black is still. Either way is fine. But now we'll start on this side and bring one over, leave a loop, bring the AC2 over, 3 and 4 goes in the loop. And then we push it down. And we're always holding it in that grip right there. Use your thumb, slightly put pressure to get it a little tight. Get your square lined up. Once you get your square lined up, then push down with your thumb and completely tighten it up. Alright, then we just go to this side. Then bring the ACU over this one and in that loop. And push it down. Get our knot lined up. So we get that square every time. And now push with your thumb. Alright, I'm going to do a couple of them and then show you what we're the weave underneath. The lanyard come together. Sorry, my dog's sleeping over there, snorting. Alright, and as you can see, we've already started. You can see the shape of the lanyard forming. And if you can see, you point right in here. See how that one is maybe just a slight bit bigger, or this one may be off, or you know, it's not quite uniform all the way down the lanyard. That's actually fine because we got a little trick at the end that can fix all that. But there's the ACU starting, and the black. On the other side, we're getting our loop. And you can work this all the way up to your desire. I've already got one already done over here. I'm going to show you. Sorry about that, guys. I ran out of battery ran out. But we got to this point right here. And now I'm going to show you how to finish it off after you get it to the desired length you want it. Usually what I do is just tighten it up And we're going to take our scissors and cut it pretty close in till we get like that. We're going to cut it all the way around. Move these out of the way. So now we've got just a little bit sticking out so that we can melt it. And try to use a lighter. I use a Bic because the flame stays consistent. You know, sometimes the flame will go up and down, but I usually just hold it right here. And I try to use the blue part of the flame. Let me see if I can get this in focus to melt it down. We just burn all of them. Alright, and also when you're burning it, it's also pretty good to try and get the, when you burn it, try and get it to melt into, try to get it to melt into the other cord, like up here and around, because that's going to form a really good bond, and this is not going to come undone on you. I've never had one come undone if I melt it right into the, you know, just kind of melt it into the other cords. It's going to bond in there really well, especially with the cord that I use. And once you get to that stage, remember I was telling you about some of the little imperfections and things like that we can work them out. This is how you do it. You just pretty much take your lanyard and just completely bend it and work it over this way, every direction, and it's going to line all those weaves up. And then you can get it, and this will show you how strong the and when you melt it into the others is you can twist it, which kind of puts all those weaves into sync. And then just straighten it out. And this is what you get. And I'll show you. Kind of puts all those weaves right in sync. Makes them all nice and uniform. And then to put the whatever bead you want. Basically, I'm just using a regular plastic skull bead. You can see that. And you just take one of the inner strands of paracord, put it through the loop, and then just match the ends up like this to where you have it through the loop, and then just take your bead, put it through, which will run it to right there. Wrap it around your fingers and just pull your bead on. Once you get at that point, you can take the string off. You don't need it anymore. And then just pull it down. Line it up. And there's your knife lanyard. And that's how you make the knife lanyard. I'll put up some more kind of tutorials and stuff like that, maybe some bracelets and other different types of lanyards and things like that. But if you guys need some paracord, just check out my latest paracord sale video and I can hook you up with it. I'll put my email address down below. And for more tutorials, paracord stuff, or knife stuff, just please subscribe, and I should be putting out some more stuff. So thanks a lot, guys.